Do you want to know who has all the answers to all of the questions that you have? I'm going to show you how to connect to that person. And I'm going to tell you a story about how I forgot everything that I needed to know before I forgot it. And then I already knew it and then remembered how to remember what I used to know, and I'm gonna show you how to do all that too. So for years, man, on my spirituality and awakening journey, when I got all conscientiousness and shit, and I started like seeing God and feeling Jesus all up in my body and stuff, and all the masters, and for most of my life, I felt like I had a hard time standing up for myself, man. I had a hard time saying no to people because I want to be a super nice pleaser people, man, you know? I always want to help everybody because I got empathicness in my heart, bro. I just want to hug everyone. I never want to hurt their feelings. If I were to make a loud noise because I accidentally dropped a fork in a restaurant and someone was like, what was that? I'd feel like crying because I didn't want to hurt them because I was worried about their ears, man. Is that bad? Because I got sensitive ears and I follow the golden rule. You know, don't drop forks on the floor. If other people dropping a fork would bother you, you know what I'm saying? So I never try to drop shit. But in doing that, I lost myself, man. I lost them. And what I realized just recently, I remembered that I knew how to stand up for myself when I was like 3. Seriously, it happened in Hebrew school, man, when someone tried to step on my fucking xylophone solo in a show about Haman. I'm gonna tell you that story right now. So, I wrote Jew because I'm just trying to make bullet points for you to follow. So when I was born, I know I don't look it, I was half Jewish, man. And my mom wanted me to go to Hebrew school. I didn't want to go to any kind of school because school sucks. But I had to go to Hebrew school. I was in Hebrew school for like preschool and pre-K and kindergarten and stuff, man. We used to sing this song. They go, it's clean up time in the nursery school. And some other shit, I don't remember what else it was. We'd all walk around and put our toys away. I hated it. But anyway, we would do these presentations, man, like performances for the families. You know, like the people that, you know, gave birth to the other kids, you know, like their parents and stuff. Like they'd show up in this auditorium, man, and we'd do a play. And one time it was during some holiday special or something. We were doing some play about Haman, who was like a really dark dude, man. It might not have been Haman, but some about Haman Tashin and Shekhet and a whole bunch of menorahs and shit. I don't really remember because I didn't pay any attention. But what I remember is I was part of this play, man. I was in the play and I had a xylophone solo. I had my own 3-second xylophone solo, man. All right? And so what we do is I think we'd sit in the circle and one kid would do one thing and then another kid would come in with another part and then someone else would come in with a line and then it was my turn and I'd go boom, 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 a fucking xylophone solo, man. I love that shit. But what happened was, every single rehearsal, this one kid who just couldn't remember shit because he didn't have rhythm or music. I don't mean to judge him. I mean, he was a nice kid probably, but he got some processing problems or something. That's a psychoanalysis diagnostic thing I'm doing I shouldn't be doing, but I don't know what his thing was. He just couldn't get it, man. I had my xylophone solo and then he came after me. That's the important part to know. But every time, man, every time in rehearsal, it'd be my time to shine. I'd dig out my little xylophone ping things that pong down on the keys, and I'd get ready, and he would jump in with his line. It happened like 16 times this shit happened, man. And the teachers kept telling him, they're like, you have to wait. You come in after Atlanticus' xylophone solo. I was so looking forward to this solo, man. I just wanted to bring a little dizzle dazzle, you know, a little shiny bright. I remember my keys were like red, orange, green, yellow. It was this big rainbow moment, like my shirt. where I was gonna bring the whole rainbow spectrum into the auditorium and heal everybody, man. You guys know how it is. I was looking forward to this, man. I was up the night before. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill it tomorrow on my xylophone. But I was a little nervous, right? I was a little nervous that this kid was gonna jump in early and fuck up my shit, man. But I was like, no, it's okay, because during the rehearsal, the last rehearsal, he finally got it right and he waited. So, I show up all pumped up, man. I warmed up beforehand. I was like doing like xylophone reps and stuff. I was like banging on the walls, man. I stretched out my arms. I tuned my keys up. I blessed them. And the show starts. Now remember, I was like 3-4 years old. I wasn't even nervous, man, because we don't have that stuff when we're kids. We're just free, man. The show starts. And everything's going fine. And it's coming up. My xylophone solo is coming up, man. I was so excited. And I could feel in my body, man. As soon as I went to hit with my left hand on the orange key, fucking dumbass, out of nowhere, jumps in too early and I saw it coming. Now, for many years as a teenager, I just would have been like, oh, whatever, man. I don't want to step on nobody's toes. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. But back then I was like 3, man. I had the power of God in me. I went to say something and I stuck out my hand like this and I went, stop. In the whole show, on a live performance, I broke the fourth wall and told this kid to shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of my moment. And he stopped. And then I fucking banged my xylophone solo out and the show went on. Now, what's my message about that moment? In that moment, because I was just a kid, I didn't even think about what I was doing. I just stood up for myself. I didn't wonder, hey, was that arrogant? Hey, should I just surrendered and let it all happen because it was meant to be? No. I stood up for myself. Little Atlanticus had his own back. I remember I felt like a king. I was like all regal. My hand was like this. I was like, I could still see my hand in my eye just going, stop. I was like, you stupid peasant. Get out of my moment. It's my time to shine. But what happened after that was I felt a little guilty. And this is where the matrixal programming starts to seep into your subconscious mind. And it starts to wire through your antenna and your neuronical networks like a snake, like the snake in Eden, like the reptilian Saturnian programming that zaps the freedom out of your whole system. And I was like, oh, I stopped the whole show for me. Oh, maybe I just should have let that go. Oh, was I spoiled and entitled? Was I domineering? Did I step on his toes? And then a whole bunch of other shit in my life happened. And my tail went between my legs because of a whole bunch of other stuff. And, I had a Jewish mother that ate me alive and cut out my balls and put them in a purse. And I love my mom. We're like really cool now. But, I didn't get my balls back till I was like 33 years old. And I actually literally found them in a black purse that she had in a little container with like some formaldehyde in them. And I took them out and I went for a walk one day and I was going out the front door. And my mom's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going outside to play because I wasn't allowed to play till I was like 40. And she's like, what do you have in your hand? And I'm like, my fucking balls, Mom. And she's like, give them to me. I'm like, no, they're mine. And I go to walk out the door anyway. And she stops me and she's like, yo, Atlanticus, where'd you get your balls from? I was like, what does it matter? She's like, where'd you get them from? I'm like, your purse? She's like, which purse? I'm like, the black one. She's like, those aren't yours, Atlanticus. They're your father's. So anyway, a couple days after that, I found my real balls. My point is this. I got sidetracked about getting my balls. My point is this. For my whole life, I've been struggling to know what I knew when I was 3. And just the other day, I did a meditation and I connected to the fucking xylophone star, man. The Atlanticus xylophone rock star that killed it like no other performance. That was the best performance in the history of the universe, man. And I could own it then. And I connected to him. And I was like, yo, man, you can come back now. I'm not going to hold my hand back anymore because I don't want to make waves. I don't have to be a dick. But if someone gets in my way, if someone tries to step on my solo, I'm going to stick my hand right in the face and I'll be like, stop, motherfucker. Back off. That was a boundary, man. I was setting a boundary. So that's the message. What did you know when you were tiny that you forgot? Because the reptilians took you away in the middle of a night onto a spaceship and sucked it out the back of your octopus and put in some matrix programming to make you look like Neo before he was born, all tied and wired and fucked up. Who made you feel guilty about owning your power? So we're going to do a quick meditation now. And this might come out in the next video. We're going to do a little meditation, all right? To get you back in touch with the little version of you. So just take a moment. I can't believe the only thing I wrote on this board is Jew, man. That's it. I don't have any other notes. Jew and xylophone. I don't even know how you spell xylophone. I'm not even gonna try. So Jew, XYL. So we're gonna do a meditation. So I want you to take a couple of breaths in right now. I want you to feel the ground beneath your feet. And up through the ground comes an elephant. I don't even know why. I'm just going to go with the first thing that pops in my mind, bro. That's how you do it. An elephant comes out of the ground and it goes right up into your root chakra. I know that's kind of weird because it's like all of a sudden you've got an elephant trunk like coming up into your sort of butt or vagina or whatever you've got. But that's all right because this is a loving elephant, man. And this elephant's going to come up through your root and it's going to stick its trunk right through your coccyx into your stomach, man. And I want you to imagine all the shit in your body that's holding you back. You might have imagine it's like fecal matter, or it's like other people, like it's nose blow, man. It's like people blow their energy noses into your face and then it goes into your energy field. Just imagine like gunk and wiring and sewage. And in there, it's like a little version of you that's going, I can't breathe, man. There's snot from everybody's life all over my face. Get it off. And this elephant, it's got its trunk up in there and it pulls it out and then it sticks it back in again and it pulls it out and sticks it back in because it's really trying to get you open, and then it blows, man. It just does a right, and all of that gunk comes flying out your eyes and your ears, man. And all of a sudden, these little fairy butterflies start flying around your head and they're like throwing money at you and they're throwing cars and the life of your dreams. And then they take out their kind of twinkle star little wand and they bat you in the head. And all of a sudden, this light breaks through your face and there's a bunch of little versions of you that come climbing out. And all these versions of you have all the answers that you ever needed. And all of a sudden, they're like swimming through your whole self. And you're just like moving all around. And you start dancing and asking what they have. Just be like, what's your message? Where did I lose my light? And then this dragon comes flying over out of left field. Like literally, like there's a baseball field that materializes on the left side of the torus field of your left ear. And this dragon like blows fire into your ear. So you got a dragon in your ear and an elephant in your root. And then all of a sudden there's a zebra who brings a fucking xylophone, man. I'm just seeing this. Everyone's going to get their own xylophone solo. The zebra brings in a xylophone into the center of your third eye. And you're going to triangulate with the zebra and a dragon and an elephant. And all those little versions of you blast out a xylophone solo, and that xylophone solo explodes out into the reality, and everything you want comes to you because you don't even got to try because you already know. That's right. It was a magical meditation. So just take a breath in and just, that's it, man. It's already done. So that's going to help you guys manifest the life of your dreams. It's nothing like, I've never had a xylophone and a zebra and an elephant, man, and a dragon show up in the same meditation. That means today is a sacred portal day, bro. 3-3, man, 33, that's the master number. That's Jesus. That's why we got those three animals together. All right. So that's it, man. You guys rock. The end of the world is not coming. Peace.